Hey friends, it's Ashley and I am back with another video for you for the Cut Shop for International Scrapbook Day and weekend. We have a lot going on. We're hosting lots of fun challenges in the Scrap Spot Facebook group, so make sure that you're a member over there. Just head over and search for that and we will approve you to join. That's where we're hosting all of our challenges. We have giveaways on Instagram, our Facebook page, the blog, so make sure you're checking all that out. We have 4 free cut files that are available in the Cut Shop store, and I am using the haphazard hexagons for this layout that I'm working on. And for all the information, make sure you visit the Cut Shop blog. That has everything that you need to know and will tell you what's going on for the weekend. So I'm using the Out and About collection from Pink Fresh Studio for this layout, and I'm not going to tell you what the challenge is. This challenge takes place in the Scrap Spot Facebook group at 4 p.m. today on Saturday, May 4th. All times are Central Standard Time, so you can adjust accordingly. So you will just have to join in there to find out what the challenge is. But I am getting started backing this cut file. I cut it from white cardstock because I was using a pattern paper background, and I always like the separation that you get when you have a white cardstock cut file against a pattern paper background. And I am going to back these with some of the papers from the 6x6 paper pad. So I'm just going to do a few of these here on camera, just so you can see the process. You've probably seen me do this a lot if you are a subscriber to my YouTube channel. This is one of my favorite techniques with cut files. I like pattern paper, so this gives me an opportunity to bring in a lot of pattern paper. And I always usually get a 6x6 paper pad if I can when I buy a new collection, because these are perfect for backing cut files. That way you don't have to cut up your 12 by 12 papers. It just makes it really easy to back those cut files. So I'm going to do this last one here and get this one done, and then off camera I will finish up all the rest of these. And this process doesn't really take that long, especially when you're using a simple shape like this. You're basically just cutting straight lines. So you can see I have all of that done, and I'm going to get it lined up where I want it. I like to have even spacing around my cut file, so I wanted to get it in place. And then you can see how I just go down with my tape runner and adhere that. I can just go and put the adhesive under where each of the hexagon shapes are, and it's perfectly lined up where I want it to be. For my photo, I actually cropped it into a hexagon also, and I'm going to use it in that spot right there on the left hand side. And to make it stand out from the background, I'm going to add some dimensional foam. And I also kind of try to plan while I'm in the planning stages of the layout. I try to plan where I'm going to put my photo on the cut file if I'm doing something like this. And then that way I can decide what pattern paper I want to put in a certain area. Since I had my photo there that was in color and had a lot of colors, I didn't want one of the more colorful pattern papers there. I wanted a more subtle pattern. So I went with one that just had some dotted lines. And also the same thing here in my title area. This is not a solid pattern paper, but it is a pattern paper with a subtle kind of pattern, and it's gray. So I'm able to add my title without it getting lost. And my title is going to be Times Square NYC. And I'm just putting that together. And you could see me at the beginning trying to get that centered up, and I did realize that I was spelling square wrong, thankfully, and got all my letters in there the right way. I have been doing a lot of stuff for International Scrapbook Days, and my brain is getting to the point where it doesn't want to function anymore. So thankfully I got all of that spelled right and got the title where I wanted it. So now I'm going to start going through the embellishments. This is probably one of my favorite travel collections in a long time. I just really love the colors. I love everything about it. I love all of the embellishments. It's just so fun, and I've used it several times, and we have a lot of photos from this vacation that we took, which was to Washington, D.C., New York, and Philadelphia. So I've been scrapping a lot of those, and this collection is perfect for that. You could also use it for everyday photos if you wanted to, just depending on how you use the papers and embellishments. There is a fun pack of tags, and they're kind of on the larger side. But since I had the large hexagon there at the top, I felt like I could use one of these. And I like that it said "You are here" since we were doing a photo in Times Square. And I wanted to embellish it some, and I went ahead and put my date there. But when I start adding some of the other things to the tag, I really wanted that little yellow ticket there. And the date was kind of in the way, so I just cover it up and then I go back and restamp it at the very bottom of the tag. So sometimes if you do something like that and make a mistake, there's usually a way to fix it. So I really wanted the yellow pop there with the red. And I'm just going to put a couple of other things there, some of the little stickers, and I'm trying to find my little epoxy sheet. I had put it to the side and it got buried, so I wanted one of those little enamel dots in the center of the heart. And I really like these. I've used pretty much all of the little epoxy stickers. I just have a few of those left. I have used those a lot on my other layouts. Now I'm going to go through the ephemera. There are lots of cute ephemera pieces, lots of tickets, which are great for travel themed layouts. And I liked these letters. These are Discover and Explore. And there was also another one I think that said Wander. And I had used it already on another layout. So I really like having both of these, having one at the top and one at the bottom on opposite corners. And I want those to stand up a little bit more on the layout, so I'm adding some foam behind that. Just cut it and put the foam behind there and add my adhesive. So I'm going to get both of those in place, and I just do that same thing with both of these, just adding them both with the dimensional foam. And I like any kind of shape that I can add embellishments to the center. That is kind of one of my things. So if I have a circle or a heart or a hexagon, I'm definitely going to add embellishments to the center of it. So I go back to the puffy sticker sheet, looking for some other things. There were some circles here, and I wanted another circle. I did not have any of the larger ones on that sheet, so I went back to the stickers. And I took off this one and just added some of the foam behind it to pop it up. And that kind of creates like a little visual triangle with the circles, and I really like that look. And the sticker sheet has a lot of stickers, so I was able to use a good bit on this layout. I've also used them on several other layouts, so the sticker sheets really last. And I'm using one of the little ticket ones here in the center of that hexagon shape, and getting close to finishing things up here, just kind of placing some final embellishments, seeing if there are any other spaces that I feel like I need anything. And that pretty much finishes this one up. I hope you enjoyed watching my process for this, and the challenge for this layout will be at 4 p.m. CST in the Scrap Spot Facebook group. So I look forward to seeing you there. You can see the finished layout and a close-up here. If you're new to my channel, I would love for you to become a new subscriber and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. I look forward to seeing you next time.